Today we're on a journey out of the city. We're on the road to a beautiful place called Paren. It's on the India Bhutan border and it's going to take us approximately 3 hours to get there. So we've hopped on a bus from Siliguri and we're rising up into the hills towards the Coronation Bridge, and it's a beautiful experience to just get away from all the hustle and bustle and the traffic, the honking, the crowds of the city for a few days. That's the SEVOKE rail crossing going towards the northeast. We're gradually rising up into the hills and the landscape simply transforms. This is a beautiful location to come and see this Coronation Bridge, also known as the Tiger Bridge. The river is very peaceful and calm. That's the mighty TEESTA river flowing beautifully. The monkeys are all there on the bridge. The tourists are there taking pictures. It's always a really great experience to drive over this bridge. You just slow things down and cherish this wonderful journey. Talking about the journey, is the journey important or is it the destination that matters? Do tell us in the comments about what do you feel. Is it the journey or is it the destination? Well, we driving alongside the TEESTA river. There's this beautiful railway overbridge. Just makes that perfect sight. We're driving through forest and the tea gardens. We headed towards ODLABARI. This bus is taking us from Siliguri all the way to CHALSA. There'll be several stops, but once we're at CHALSA, we'll get another vehicle. We've just reached ODLABARI and then we'll be heading towards CHALSA. There'll be a few stops on the way, a few tea gardens, and a little bit of the city noise lingers on through these places. But as we journey further on, the hustle and bustle, the rat race that everyone's in simply fades and a new sense of peace and serenity looms over you. We're off towards BAZAR, which is our next destination. Almost like Siliguri, but not as hustly and bustly, not as crowded, but yes, noisy still. You still got your traffic, you still got your honking, and you still got a lot of crowd. And that's going to soon disappear. It's beautiful tea gardens on the sides of the road. This is the RANICHERA tea garden, after which we'll soon be reaching our next stop. That's Mal Bazaar, and now we're off towards Chalsa. I've got to find my way. So I just went asking around to know where I could get a vehicle to Paren, and I could have reserved a taxi there, but we decided to take a normal transport up to Paren so that we could just enjoy that instead of going too fancy. Seems like we're going to enjoy this fellow's lively music. We don't have much choice here, but we're going to enjoy it. I'm sure of that. Now we'll be driving through CHAPRAMANI Wildlife Reserve, and we also cross an elephant crossing corridor. It's afternoon right now, so we missed the elephants. Of course, you're not always lucky. If you get here by 7 a.m, 6:37, you'll be really lucky. You'll get to see the elephants maybe, and of course you also get to see deer and other animals in this reserve. It's not a very large reserve, but you do get to see some of the animals. It's just like when you're driving through SEVOKE. If you're very lucky, you get to see an elephant or two. We've reached KUMANI Mall. Now we're going through the KUMANI forest, which goes up to JALDHAKA. This road goes up to JALDHAKA, and from JALDHAKA we'll soon be arriving at our destination.
Titanic point.
This is COMPOUN village just before our stop in Paren. Paren is this beautiful little place that's along the border of Bhutan, and we're staying at this place called RJ Homestay in Paren. I'll put the number of this place down in the description box so that if you ever decide to go here for a weekend with friends or family or anyone, you could really go here and enjoy. But my suggestion would be, don't go here during winter unless you really want to enjoy the cold.
Lunch. Papod, aloo bhaja, rice, dal, anda, sabji.
We're done with lunch, and now we're just headed down to the riverbank to enjoy by the riverside. It's raining in
Paren. And it's very cold. Danger.
Going to the river. We're on the river bank, and that's the homestay. So that's where we came all the way down the stairs. There's a few neighbors up there. The honking, the shouting, the vehicles, the pollution, everything has now simply gone poof. It's just vanished into the distance. We simply spent a good hour or two by the riverside.
अगर फ्लड हो गया तो और पानी एक ही बार मिल के wrong side
It's very rocky and rough on one end, and then there's a very calm and peaceful pool of water on another end. Enjoying this beautiful, beautiful riverside. Exploring this place. It's got a beautiful area just above the river where you can maybe sit around and have a coffee. There's a gazebo. We spotted this beautiful green butterfly. No idea what the name is, but it looked so attractive. That's the homestay. And that's another way down to this cottage, which is also part of the homestay. It wasn't really raining very heavily, it was a drizzle, so we were enjoying with our umbrella. We were lucky we took an umbrella, so we kind of went prepared for the sun actually, but since it rained a bit, we were prepared for that too. We got a coffee after getting back from the river, and then Kavita was too excited to take a few pictures more. And she also got rid of her jacket, although it was so cold. Of course, that's part of all the excitement and fun that takes over you when you are enjoying so much. Arrived around 3:30, freshened up a bit, and then we had lunch, which was really late. And following lunch, we went down to the river and we just had some fun roaming on the sand and taking a few pictures, and the rain has made the weather really cold. Anyway, it's a very cold location, but now it's got even colder because of the rain. We just had a cup of coffee after returning from the riverside and after seeing this whole area. Now we're relaxing. Just there's Wi-Fi here, so that's the good thing out here. There's Wi-Fi, so we can at least pass our time enjoying the cool weather, and some snacks will be arriving, tea and coffee and pakoras. It's quite a remote place. It's very quiet, hardly any cars coming around here, no honking and anything. It's just the natural sounds of the river and the rain. There's no network on our phone either. That's how it is. So we're just enjoying this time of peace and quiet. Our hot pakoras and sauce has just arrived, along with I got black coffee and Kavita's got milk tea. Now we're going to tuck into these delicious looking pakoras. You wanna have one? Kavita doesn't like pakoras, so I think I'm going to have all of it. How's it?
It's okay. Sauce is spicy. It's hot.
And the sauce is really spicy. I'm going to enjoy it.
This is not sauce.
What is it then?
This is chili. They made chili paste. Dalle chili. No?
I eat dalle, so it's fine. Anyone who likes chili is going to enjoy it with the sauce. And if you don't
I'm
like
not
chili,
going to try. I tried it. It was too bad. And very hot. Very,
but
very
for me
hot.
it's perfect. It's just the way I like it, spicy. This is just what it looks like outside. You can hear the river, but it's pitch dark There's really nothing other than the lights that are there from the homestay. So we had our dinner about an hour ago. It's around 10 right now, and that's just the room. You can see cozy blankets, and I just showed you a video of the outside at night. It's not too cold, but it's nice. There's the sound of the river. It's quite loud. If I open the window, it's even louder. And so we're gonna call it a night. Well, it's a beautiful sunny morning. Unlike last evening, it was raining and the weather got really gloomy, and we were roaming around with an umbrella on the banks of the river. Today you can see the sun is beautiful. It's a beautiful sunny day, and it looks like it's the ideal day to go down and experience the river. It's quite cold. It's very cold, in fact, but we're going to take our chance and see if we can get into the river a bit. We're not too sure if that's going to be very possible. This side of the river is pretty rough, but it's looking really great just to enjoy the place. That's the homestay, all sunlit. Kavita's enjoying sitting on a rock and playing with stones while the river keeps flowing on, unconcerned about who comes by. And I'm just complacent with the sun. It's a good sunny day, so let's see what we can be up to. Kavita's been complaining about the water. She can't get more than her feet in, and I think that's quite understandable because we haven't touched cold water since we arrived here. There's really good warm water from the instant geyser, so we've been spoiling ourselves and not touching any of the cold water, not even for drinking. So that was kind of the only cold water that we touched on this trip. Just whiling our time away. We woke up a bit early so that we could enjoy the riverside. We've been told that we'll get coffee and breakfast at around any time after 9 or 8 o'clock. So we'll go up later for a good coffee and breakfast, after which we plan to head to another destination, and we'll also put the link to that destination, which is also on the India Bhutan border. We'll put the link of that destination in the description box along with the contact numbers, and you could definitely give your family a good time, a good holiday here. Maybe you can see we were the only people here because it's off season. Normally in winter people don't come here, but we wanted to go out of the city. We wanted to get out of the hustle and bustle of life. Everybody needs a break at some point, and we haven't been out for over a year, so we decided to simply take this journey and go out for a bit. And the water is really cold. It's really cold. I had to immediately get out of it. But I was so persistent. I simply didn't want to give up on playing in the water, but it was too cold to kind of go for a swim in. This is not the right time to swim in a cold river. I don't want to get sick, so we're just taking it a little bit over and enjoying in the water a little bit, just so that we don't regret that we didn't get in the water. Since we've come so far, we may as well enjoy the water a little bit. It's really freezing. Our feet, our hands were all cold. It was not possible to stand in that water for too long. And on the other side of this river, that hill there, is Bhutan. So we were told by the hotel people that you can go to the river, but you cannot cross over. You cannot cross to the other side. So of course, respecting the boundaries, we simply did not attempt to go on the other side, and that's how it should be. These people here also know the rules, and they don't go over to the next side. So we as visitors were just there enjoying the water, and Kavita kind of soon decided it was time to stop playing with this cold water, and it was time to return. But I kept on playing in the water. It is really cold. You can see that I'm kind of having a difficult time there. It's so cold that I had to come out of the water so quickly.
Cold. It's extremely cold, and my legs are frozen. Okay.
So, tell me, how was it?
My legs have become numb. I can't feel them anymore. But lucky the sun is out, so the sun is giving me a little bit of relief. Actually, you can't be in that water for more than 2 minutes. I think just to maybe wash your hands and feet, and if you want to wash your face and feel a little fresh, it's okay. But don't try more than that. At least not in winter. So cold, but then still a lot of fun.
Because the water is too cold, it's freezing.
Chalo. And our feet have become red with the cold.
We soon decided it was too much of playing in the water, so we headed back to the homestay. We were heading back, and we had breakfast of puris and aloo dum. It's really delicious, and the coffee. And after that, we headed off to our other destination. I am putting a link down in the description below, and this is another really beautiful destination. You could check out the video in the link given below. And since you've held on so long and watched till the end of our video, it would be wonderful to see you support us by giving us a like and a subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.